Welcome to another I Love Ruby video. So today I think we'll be looking at the second part of functions. So hopefully, I just hope like I can finish functions off in this video, and that's the thing. So yeah, we saw okay, passing arrays to functions last time, and today we need to see like returning values out of functions, right? So that's what we need to see. Right. Okay. So let's look at it. Okay. Um, yeah. So let me put this over right, put this over left. I don't know who wrote this program. Like I got this to know about this program. It's called Rectangles. Okay. It's open source software. It's hard to imagine like somebody will write open source software for Mac. Okay. Because Mac is all about money and looting people. So that's the thing. So, but yeah, he just wrote it. So that's the thing. And yeah, what to say? Like, and it's nice. Like in Mac, you don't have the feature of like kind of in Linux and all. You have the feature like kind of making your windows stick to the right, stick to the left. And in Mac, no, like it's a very featureless software. And if you ask for any feature, they say, why do you need it? So, but this guy wrote it, so that's the thing. So anyway, let's look at returning values. Okay, so let me put my text meet, right? So, okay, so, and let me make it bigger. Bigger means, yeah, you people can see it much better. Okay, so we have something called function return, and let me just save it. Okay, right. Okay, fine. If you people want this folder to be committed, like this Ruby videos folder to be committed, look, almost every program is available over here. Right? If you people want even this folder, like what I'm just doing in videos to be committed somewhere and put online so that like you people can use it, yeah, please do tell me. I'll be happy to do it. So it's just few lines of what to say, hitting some commands in shell, and I should get this up online, right? So that's the thing, right? So let me just run this program, right? So function, and it just says 8. Okay, very boring, right? Okay, right. So what happens over here is okay, A and B are being assigned to 3, 5. Okay, so look, this kind of assignment is okay for learning, but when you're doing it real programming, do it like okay, do it like okay, something like A is equal to 3 and B is equal to 5, so that like it becomes more explicit. Okay, so that's the way to do it. Don't ask me why and all those stuff because that's a better way. That's the thing, right? So, and yeah, put some space over here and all those things, and yeah, so that's the thing, right? So, but yeah, my book is just for starting with Ruby, right? It's not like becoming a Ruby pundit or getting very high salaries. With very high salaries with Ruby is possible these days. It's because of Ruby on Rails, and unfortunately, it's only because of Ruby on Rails. Okay, like I wish to see lot other softwares coming up with Ruby, but no, till now only Ruby on Rails is leading, and that's pretty sad. Okay, because it is just one company's idea that's just ruling Ruby world, and I hate it. But yeah, we also need to have a lot of alternatives, right? So, but of course, there are alternatives people are doing, but it hasn't caught up yet. Okay, so that's the thing, right? Okay, anyway, I hope I have not hurt a lot of Ruby fans who like other software than Rails. Okay, so let's see how it works. Okay, so what happens over here is it's kind of a short form to A is equal to 3, B is equal to 5, right? Look, if you want to do like this also, it's okay, but some crack pundits out over there, like this Rubyist, okay, they say, okay, no, it's wrong, and you should be hanged and all those stuff. Okay, so yeah, better do it like this. Okay, so okay, and then what we are just doing is like we are just putting. Okay, so this prints whatever has been given to it. Okay, so actually putS is also a function. It's been defined internally in Ruby, and now we call this addition function. Okay, this addition function goes okay, and we call it with AB. So 3 over here and 5 over here. So 3 goes to X, phi goes to 1, right? And we have a variable called sum, and it's been assigned to 3 plus 5. Okay, that's equal to 8. Okay, so now we just put this keyword called return. This is what returns sum from addition. So it is almost equivalent like, okay, writing put as 8. Okay, so that's what this addition returns 8. So it's almost equivalent to putting like put as 8. So that's how it works. So now let me change it to something like 3 7 or something like that. Okay, and let me just run it. Now it's 10, yeah. So nothing sorcery going on, everything logic. Okay, so that's the thing. So yeah, this thing returns something out. Okay, so that's what you need to remember, right? So, and you can use that return value for anything like, okay. So you have very complex mathematical operation or something like that. Something needs to be transformed or something like that. You can write it as, you can put all those complex things inside a function, give it a name, give some arguments, calculate it, return it out, and then use it in a very simple way, so that like programs become more understandable, more maintainable, more readable, and all those stuff. Okay, so that's the thing, right? So next I have a thing called square it. Okay, so this is for another reason, like, okay, like um, what's the program name? Okay, function last gets returned. Okay, right. Okay, fine. Okay, so now let me, and it's better to leave spaces over here once again to please the Ruby pundits. Okay, so, and yeah, of course, I'm also Ruby pundit, and I also insist on leave space, leave just one space. If you leave two space, the world will end, and all those stuff. So, the community has become like that, unfortunately, right? So I hope, yeah, it is more lenient and all those things. I hope, like, finally artificial intelligence starts coding and we programmer gets obsolete. Like, rather than just programming, we just tell ideas to computers and uh, get software get done. And so, but yeah, before till those days, yeah, you need to bear with all these Ruby fanatics. Okay. Oh yeah, I saved it. Yeah. So now let me put like Ruby. Function last gets returned. Okay, so it's okay. Once again, another some boring number 25, right? But it's actually not boring if you're a mathematician, right? Even 8 is not boring if you're a mathematician, right? So okay, so what happens is, okay, put as square it. So whatever the square root of 5 throws to put as gets printed. So this time it threw 25. So let me tell you why. Okay, so look, 5 gets copied to x. Okay, so now it becomes like 5 square. Okay, look, you are not putting return or whatever it is, somehow this gets returned. So the only logical explanation, or like, okay, yeah, so the logical explanation, I wouldn't say only, it's because a newbie's mind has what to say, limitless possibilities. A person who knows something has only few possibilities. So I know about Ruby, so I will just say the only possibility, right? And is x power 2, that is like 5 power 2 gets returned out, and it just, you can just substitute like, okay, the square root of 5 as 25, and 25 gets printed out. Okay, so this means that whatever is at the last of function gets returned. No need to put an explicit return statement. Okay, so that's the thing, right? Okay. Next is keyword argument. Okay, so I don't know whether keyword arguments are still followed in Ruby. Okay, right. So okay, anyway, let me just execute it. Like, if it's not working, let me just change my book and all those stuff. Okay, so according to me, I think it got changed or something like that. I'm not sure. Okay, right. Okay. Uh, Let me just save it. Okay, right. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, right. Okay, keyword argument dot rb, right? Will it throw some error? I don't know. Yeah, no, it's not throwing. Okay, so keyword arguments are still accepted, but okay, maybe my memory is wrong. Okay, fine, right. Okay. So look over here, like before and all, you gave like positional arguments. Okay, so like let's say like, okay, for positional arguments, let me just comment this entire stuff out and tell you a stuff. Okay, so def subtract. Okay, so I'm just returning okay, two variables, x and y. Okay, and x and y, and I'm just returning x minus y. Okay, so right, and I'm just put as 3 5. Okay, so and okay, so let me just run this ruby keyword argument. Okay, oh god, oh god, oh god, very nice. Let me save it. Okay, so it gives -2. Okay, so this is positional argument. So if you just switch 5 and 3, like this entire thing changes because x is always the first one to first argument and y is always the second argument. Okay, so let's say you just do something like this one, x. Will this work? I'm not sure. Right, x, y, and what you're just doing is like you're giving it like x and then y over here. Will this work? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Yeah, so now it's -2. Okay. So what you can just do is like just put like this colon over here and y colon over here and all those stuff, right? So that's the thing, right? So this is what keyword argument is. Okay, but yeah, I've written another program, so let me explain it, right? So, and I've even executed it. So okay, this is keyword argument with defaults and everything. Okay, so this output is over here, right? So keyword argument and all those things, right? So what I'm just doing is like I'm just having a function called say hello, and name it has a default value Martin, and it's a keyword argument. Age it has a value default value of 33, right? So that's the thing, right? So what I'm just doing is like okay, like put as hello name your age is age. That's what I'm just doing. So let's talk about the last line, say hello. So over here, I'm not giving anything to name or age or whatever it is. So by default, name becomes Martin, age becomes 33. So that's the thing, right? So it just puts like, hello Martin, your age is 33, right? And yeah. Next, what I'm just doing is I'm just switching. Okay, look, age is 21 and name is Vignesh. So it prints out this line. Okay, so hello Vignesh, your age is 21, right? And the first one is like, okay, I'm just giving it the same order. The name is Joseph, age is 7. So it just prints, hello, Joseph, your age is 7. So that's how it works. Okay, this keyword arguments, right? So that's how it is. So you can switch places provided you give the names right. Okay, so that's the thing, right? Okay, so I don't know how I'm going to explain this. Hmm. Okay, so this is not at all a factorial thing. Okay, uh, but yeah, I don't know why I named this factorial. But the next program is real factorial, right? So right, okay. So this is called recursive functions. That means a function calls itself again and again, right? So so yeah, let me just explain that. Okay, so I've got something called factorial. This is not recursive. Okay, this first thing what I'm just showing is not recursive. It is I'm just showing it before showing this recursive stuff. Okay, so okay, right. This factorial is there. Just copying it and then saving factorial Derby, right? Okay, so what happens is, okay, factorial is nothing but, okay, you have this number 17, or let me have a number like 4, okay. So factorial of 4 is nothing but 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, so that's the thing. So what is it? Like 4 into 3 is 12, 12 into 2 is 24, 24 into 1 is 24. So I think it's 24, right? So let me just run it. Yeah, factorial of 4 is 24. Yeah, so that's the thing. So That's what, so a number in multiplied by number minus 1, next multiplied by number minus 2, next number multiplied by number minus 3, and all those stuff. If you want, you can go to Wikipedia and see, like, uh, factorial. Okay, so, and let me search in Wikipedia, right? And better use Firefox, don't use Google Chrome, and of course, evil Google, right? So that's the thing. So you can read about it over here. So just search for factorial in Wikipedia and you will be getting it, right? So that's the thing, right? So in case, like, yeah, you're not comfortable with math or something like, look, I'm comfortable with math, so I'm just explaining it via math. But there should be some other easier way also to explain. So I'm not sure, but yeah, like, hopefully, like, I make sense to most of you people who watch. Okay, so that's what happens over here. So the factorial is 1. Okay, so what happens is the first time is, okay, 1 up to that number. Okay, 1 up to 4. So factorial is equal to factorial star. Okay, that you're just capturing it in A. So the first time it will become 1 into 1. So still it will stay 1. So now it will just come. So now it will become 2. A will become 2. So 1 into 2 is 2. Yeah. And next it will become 3. 2 into 3 is 6. Okay. And then 6 into 4, next iteration, 6 into 4 is 24 and it gets returned. Okay. So this is one way of writing factorial. Another way is, like, what I said is, like, okay, okay, what is 4 factorial? Okay, so, like, let me just put this number. Okay, so the another way to do is, okay, just let me just type it over here. 4 factorial, we just denote it via bang. Okay, it's equal to 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, but if you take this one, this is nothing but 3 factorial, which is equal to 4 into 3 factorial. So let me just put it in the next line, which is equal to, oops, why this isn't again, 4 into 3 factorial, which in turn is equal to 3 into 2 factorial. So it just keeps going on and on. Okay, 2 factorial. Okay, so which in turn is equal to 2 into 1 factorial. Okay, so actually 1 factorial is nothing but 1. Okay, so how you can write this is, okay, so what it will happen is, okay, I'm just copying it and putting it over here. So that's the thing. Okay, so, like, shift tab. Okay, if I press shift tab, okay, should I press, like, command tab? No. Option tab? No. I don't know how to do decrease the intended text weight. Okay, fine, right? Okay, so okay, so if you just see, hopefully people can understand. Okay, so if you just see, like, okay, so 1 factorial, if we say it, like, return it as 1, okay, then this will return as 2 over here. So 2 factorial is 2 into 1. So this will get returned as 2 over here, right? And finally, like, this 3 factorial function will get returned as 6 over here, right? And yeah, this will get returned as 6 over here, right? And finally, this 4 factorial will get returned as 24. Okay, so that's the thing what we are going to do. So we are just going to set as 1 factorial into 1, and that is factorial of 1 factorial as 1, and we are just going to just multiply with the next factorial. So that's the thing we are just going to do. So it might sound confusing. If it sounds too confusing, yeah, don't worry, you will get it finally, right? So that's the thing, right? So let me just take this program and put it, right? So factorial 1.rb. Okay, so now if you try to run this program, it will fail because, like, these are all not all Ruby commands. Okay, so so look, I've just put it over here just to explain it to you people, right? So that's the thing, right? And let me save it. Factorial 1. So what we're just doing is just like we said over here, like, we are just setting 1 factorial to 1. Okay, so whenever 1 comes in, it'll just return 1 if number is 1, right? Otherwise, if it's 2, it'll just return what to say, like, 2 star factorial of num minus 1 or factorial of 1. So it will once again go over here, factorial of 1. Okay, and it will return 1 over here. So this will return 1 over here, and over here you have this 2 star 1, which is 2. So finally this will return 2 out. Okay. Similarly for 3, 4 and all you can work out. Okay. So that's the thing, right? So, and let me just, number is 17. Okay. Let me just put like a simple number, right? Okay. So Ruby Factorial 1.rb. So it's 24, and let me just put like 5. Look, I can also get a get a statement and get input, but yeah, it's 120 and all those stuff. Okay, so what happens is like, okay, let's say, okay, yeah, so I think I explained it how it works. Okay, so with the 5 factor fact or whatever, like if I just put 4 factorial, like it'll go like something like, okay, 4 factorial is equal to 4 into 3 factorial, and this 3 factorial will return 3 into 2 factorial, and this 2 factorial will return 2 into 1 factorial, and this 1 factorial will return like 1. So ultimately it's going to be 2 into this 1 factorial will return 1. Okay, so this 1 into 2 will become 2, and 2 into 3 will become 6. 6 into 4 will become 24, and if you put 5, okay, next will be 5, and 5 into 24 will be 120, right? So that's how it goes. Okay, so that's the thing. So a nice trick to explain recursive, but it might be too much for somebody. Okay, so hash is this function. Okay, only 2 more topics. Okay, I think I can finish in this video. I am a kind of very restless guy, and I want to finish everything fast. I want to finish things even before I start doing it, right? So, variable arguments. Okay, so that's the thing. I just want to say whether, okay, yeah, it's still recording. Okay. Last time when I was doing function videos, it stopped recording. I don't know why, and and it just recorded only partial, so I need to fill in. So I'm just worried. And that took me a kind of day off, almost a day off. Like, so I was like kind of pissed off, like, or something like that, right? So okay, so let's say you want to get a lot of arguments into a function, and you don't know how many arguments will be given, right? So that's the thing. So let me just run this function variable arguments. Okay, so Ruby function variable arguments dot RB. Okay, so okay, it just puts 1, just prints 1, and it just prints others are and all these things. Okay, so that's the thing, right? So what happens over here is, okay, like this is the first argument, so this gets occupied into A, and this, if you put star and put whatever thing in it, okay, imagine this as array, and this array has all these elements inside, right? So that's what happens. Okay, so if you want, like, you can just do something like p others. Okay, so and you'll just get it, right? So look, it's an array. Okay, so and this array has been iterated upon, and we are just printing all values. Okay, so if you want any number of arguments, or if you just put just this one, okay, so then you need to comment this out, right? And we can also comment this out, because right now everything will be others. Okay, so but you can do something like this one. Okay, others and this one. Ruby won't understand this. Ruby is not smart enough to understand this. Oh, it is smart enough to understand this one. Oh God, this baffles my mind. Okay, right. When did this feature get into Ruby, or it was already there and I never ever knew? Wait. Oh God, oh God, oh God. I'm just learning Ruby now, boss. After 15 years of professional Ruby coding, I'm just learning Ruby. This is real nice. Possibly killer feature. I wouldn't say killer feature, but that's the thing. Okay, it's really, really good. Okay, so and another thing, what you can just do is, like, you can give it something like hash, and this is another trick to do it. Okay, so like Usually give the last thing as hash, and I don't think if you give first thing as hash, it might work. It might work. So like usually what we Ruby programmers do is like okay, like we just put this one and check whether this is still recording. Yeah, it's still recording. Right. Hashes to functions. Okay, so oops. Okay, fine, that's good. Okay, right. Okay, so you have function that has two arguments. Okay, the first argument and second argument you're just giving it as hash. Okay, so and that is the thing, and it just gets only two arguments. But in this hash, you can throw whatever you want and get it with keywords and something like that. You can do some processing over here and all those things. So let me just put like okay, like Ruby hashes function. This is nothing like the second argument just goes as hash. Okay, so that's the thing. And I think you can also switch. Okay, so but the thing is like yeah, I don't want to switch and do some experiments and spoil or something like that, right? So that's about functions. So this is the most kind of things you just need with functions. So that's it. Of course, like there are a lot of stuff you might encounter in the future, but this tutorial is all about like getting started with Drupal. So that's the thing. So next video we'll look about variable scopes and I don't know like what. It's a small video. We might even go into classes. No, like let me do about variable scopes. Make the video big enough, right? And what to say, and then go to classes and objects and all those stuff. Right? So anyway, like thanks for watching. Uh, anyway, let's meet in the next video. Bye.